Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Those in government don't often reveal their secrets. In fact, they generally only do it when forced, but finally, they've been forced. After months of scandal after scandal breaking on Capitol Hill, questions started being asked, and no one involved seemed to be interested in answering. One of the big questions was, where is all of this payout money coming from? Taxpayers had a sneaking suspicion that it was coming from our pockets and that the less-than-moral congresspeople were playing fast and loose with the rules, knowing that they wouldn't likely ever be held accountable. Finally, after much investigation, the Senate has found it in their hearts to release the documents pertaining to what they're doing with our money to keep their indiscretions quiet. As it turns out, there's been even more scandal on Capitol Hill than what we've heard about, and they've been keeping the whole mess quiet by paying out millions of our hard-earned dollars, with what looks like little accountability. The Daily Caller reported on the release of these disturbing numbers, breaking down what some of this means to those of us not well versed in the language of hush money. As the Christmas holiday weekend set in, the Senate Rules and Administration Committee released a report revealing the Senate has spent $1.5 million on workplace harassment settlements since 1998. The data, provided by the Office of Compliance, a little-known administrative body that has quietly settled dozens of complaints against congressional offices, provides little by way of details, beyond an itemized list of violations and the corresponding settlement. GOP Senator Richard Shelby of Alabama, who chairs the Rules Committee, said further particulars cannot be made public, in order to respect the confidentiality afforded to victims. While the Rules Committee has been eager to provide this information in a transparent manner, it has been our priority to protect the victims involved in these settlements from further harm, the senator said in a statement attending the report. I am pleased that we have received assurances from Senate legal counsel that the release of this data does not violate confidentiality and as such, are able to make it public. The report distinguishes between claims made against member-led offices and other Senate-employing offices. Individual Senate offices have paid out nearly $600,000 in discrimination and harassment settlements, while other Senate employers paid out over $850,000. Listed violations include sex, age, and race discrimination, as well as violations of the Fair Labor Standards Act and the Family and Medical Leave Act. The largest settlements involved instances of race discrimination. The report does not include information about the alleged offenders, victims, or relevant incidents. In releasing the data, the committee noted the Senate does not keep records respecting individual settlements, and is therefore reliant on the OIC's data. It should be noted that the Senate, unlike the House, does not have its own records of individual settlements and therefore cannot independently verify the accuracy of the data provided by the OIC, the report reads. We all know why scandal is bad for a political career. Scandal equals bad PR. Bad PR equals lost votes and lost elections. Even if the scandal is centered around someone who's just trusted by the political candidate, all you hear is the office of congressional candidate John Doe and then it's all over but the crying for Congressman Doe. The problem with this method of dealing with misconduct allegations is that it's protecting every possible villain. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that 50% of the claims are accurate, and 50% are made up to get a quick payout. In the case of the true allegations, the predator, or aggressor is saved because he's able to not deal with the claims made against him. The plaintiff is just paid off and goes away, and the wrongdoer is able to go on doing wrong. In the case of the false claims, the person being accused is never able to clear their game, they look guilty forever, and the liars who are doing it for the money are given exactly what they want. In both cases, the person doing wrong gets protected, and the person who was wronged never receives justice. This is the epitome of a toxic situation, and that's not even addressing the fact that our hard-earned tax dollars are the ones going to settle these uninvestigated claims. According to the Senate Rules and Appropriations Committee, who released the information on these claims, they don't agree with any of this going on, but they're willing to pay people off to keep it from going public anyhow. Also, these meticulous rule followers apparently keep a record of how much money they spent but not who they paid it to. Apparently, the geniuses holding the cash boxes on Capitol Hill have yet to keep a receipt on the millions of dollars that they're spending in hush money. Harassment in the workplace should not be tolerated under any circumstances, but particularly not in the United States Senate, said Chairman Shelby of the Senate Rules Committee. While the Rules Committee has been eager to provide this information in a transparent manner, it has been our priority to protect the victims involved in these settlements from further harm. I am pleased that we have received assurances from Senate legal counsel that the release of this data does not violate confidentiality and as such, are able to make it public. In case you're wondering just how much of your tax dollars have gone to this worthy enterprise, here's a little overview. You can find a more detailed breakdown here. Settlements arising from claims against member-led Senate employing offices. Total, 13 settlements. $599,252.47. Settlements arising from claims against other Senate employing offices. Total, 10 settlements. $853,225. There you have it, folks, your tax dollars at work, shutting up senators and their accusers alike. H/T, Daily Caller. Follow us on Facebook at Freedom Daily.